The U.S. State Department issued a travel warning to Quintana Roo State, Mexico on March 9th, 2 weeks before some St. Thomas students plan to travel there.
And Rachel Caruso, wife of football coach Glenn Caruso, is being treated for stage 3 cancer.
That and more today on Top Stories.
Hello everyone, thank you for joining us for this edition of Top Stories. I'm Emily Sweeney.
In this show, we'll give you a rundown of TommieMedia's trending content. I'm Brady Halbmaier. On December 11th, Rachel Caruso began a year-long treatment, starting with chemoradiation. Despite having more than a half a year left to go in treatment, Caruso's family and faith have helped her keep a positive attitude. Caruso underwent surgery Tuesday, March 20th, according to her Caring Bridge site. The family is optimistic that all the cancer has been removed. They will find out their biopsy results in a few days.
The U.S. State Department issued a travel warning on March 9th to the Mexican state where spring break destinations Playa del Carmen and Cancun are located, 2 weeks before some St. Thomas students plan to travel there. Sarah Spencer, the St. Thomas Study Abroad director, said students traveling should read State Department warnings closely. On March 16th, the embassy lifted a U.S. government employee travel ban to Quintana Roo, but most tourist advisories are still in place.
More than 500 St. Thomas students and supporters gathered March 14th on J.P. Monahan Plaza to participate in St. Thomas's March for Our Lives demonstration. The protest included 17 minutes of silence, and during each minute, a student held up a poster displaying the name of a victim of the Parkland, Florida school shooting, which happened last month. Afterward, participants were invited into the Anderson Student Center, where they could add post-it notes to boards labeled Thoughts and Prayers and Ideas for Action. The Minnesota Science Museum has opened a new exhibit called the Cardboard Engineering Gallery.
Visitors of all ages worked with hundreds of cardboard boxes and an assortment of tools to build whatever they could imagine. TommieMedia's Charlie Siddons has the story.
The Science Museum of Minnesota has recently opened up a new exhibit called the Cardboard Engineering Gallery. This exhibit is a space where people of all ages can come explore their imagination and create anything. Joe Imholt, the Vice President of Visitor Experience at the Science Museum of Minnesota, explained what this new exhibit is all about.
So the Cardboard Engineering Gallery is a giant, open-ended exploration space where visitors can come in and play with some of the thousands of boxes that we have available for them to kind of let their imagination and their creativity run wild.
Playing with cardboard may seem childish, but it is actually very beneficial to all ages.
Through our lives, the stress is always, a lot of times for us, is on perfection, on trying things and making sure that they are exactly how we wanted them to turn out. When you're playing with raw material of creativity, of cardboard, things aren't always going to work out. You're going to have to make modifications or changes to things in order to make it do what you want to do. So that ability to fail a little bit, to compromise, to learn as you go from the material and the tools that you have at hand are all skills that are valuable for everyone at any age level.
If you are looking to expand your creativity and have fun at the same time, you should check out the new Cardboard Engineering Gallery exhibit. From the Science Museum of Minnesota, I'm Charlie Siddons, TommieMedia.com.
The gallery closed March 14th and is being replaced with a similar Lego-themed exhibit. That's a pretty cool exhibition. What do you think about that, Brady?
Hey, Legos, might have to check that one out.
Absolutely.
3 Tommy football players worked out at Concordia University 2 weeks ago in front of scouts from Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. Quarterback Jack Parra, tight end Matt Christensen, and linebacker Blake Weber went through basic skill drills looking to attract NFL scouts.
And finally, hosts Gamiel Hall and Brady Halbmaier released their 3rd episode of Keep the Ball Rolling last week. It is now on iTunes, available on the Apple Podcast app. So tell us, what's in store for this episode?
We sit down with athletic director Steve Fritz. We talk a little March Madness, a little Kirk Cousins. It was a fun episode.
Absolutely. We're going to have to check that one out.
Yeah. And that's all the time we have on Top Stories. Thank you for joining us. View those stories and more at TommieMedia.com.
And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more Tommy Media content. With Brady Halbmaier, I'm Emily Sweeney for TommieMedia's Top Stories.